we're budgeting high for this one.
That trip is going to be cheaper.
We are not cool people like that.
The water bill probably popped out.
Praise the Lord. Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Alora and this is my husband Kyle, and we will be budgeting April's income. And if you haven't seen March's budget with us, go check that video out. I'll have it linked in the cards above. If this is your first time watching a budget video with us, we use the EveryDollar app and it's a great budgeting tool. We absolutely love this app. And if you are not familiar with budgeting and would like to get started, I definitely recommend starting out with using the EveryDollar app.
Although we are not sponsored.
No, we are not cool people like that. Okay, so let's go into April 2025 and start planning for that budget. If you are new to the EveryDollar app, it takes the information from the previous month and copies it into the month that you are going to budget. That makes it really nice because a lot of the things you budget for are just repeats of last month things. So like your mortgage, internet, and just a disclaimer, we aren't going to be sharing our income or how much we tithe. That's just something that we just like to keep private and off the internet. But everything else is real numbers and you will have access to see. So the first thing we do is go in and we put in the dates of all of our paydays. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so now that we have inputted our income, we then go down to tithes and we put in 10% of our monthly income. I know I had a few questions in some of my what we spend in a week reels as to whether or not we give money to the church on Sundays. And the way we do it, and it's, I would say, a pretty popularly practiced principle, is tithing 10% of your money each month. So you take the accumulation of what you make that month and you tithe 10% of that. And so because of that, we basically do one payment to our church each month. That is how we do it. Although if you feel led to do it a different way in terms of maybe giving more, maybe you want to give every Sunday, you do that. But we just basically follow the basic principle when it comes to tithing our money. Let's move down to housing, which is our just normal house bills. A lot of this will stay the same. We, once again, the mortgage, is water going to be $140? Do you think it's going to be a little cheaper than that?
I don't know. It'll probably be safer bet to stick it at 140
We're gonna keep
for right
that
now.
At 140. Internet's the same. Ooh, electricity to gas I think is probably going to go down.
Yes, it is going to go down. I think it's 166 if I remember right.
Okay, 166. That feels great. When bills go down rather than up, feels fantastic. We once again will not have to pay trash this month. It goes every 3 months and we are in the off month currently. Phone bill is once again going to stay $50. All right, let's move on to gas, and that is like vehicle gas. Probably stick to 180.
Yeah, I don't see us going anywhere too far.
Yeah. I mean, we are homebodies and we are unashamed of that. And so we kind of have a lower, I would say, gas budget compared to maybe other people, but we love our house. All right, now let's move down to groceries, and I think $350 is a pretty good number. I feel like I've been able to keep it in budget when it's that number. When we lower that, that's when I tend to go out of budget. So $350 is good. Restaurants, we went out to eat a lot more last month. We just did. And I don't know if we want to make it a goal to try to stick within our 20 or keep it at 40. I'm trying to think. There's not much. April's a busy month for us, but I don't see us going out to eat too much.
It's hard to predict when you're going to go out to eat and when you're not.
It really is. But normally we budget $20, and I'd say 20 should be fine for that. Okay, going down to all of the personal, which is literally just a hodgepodge of things. So starting off with pocket money, our pocket money always remains $30. I mean, I'm sure down the long run that will go up, but right now with where we're at, it is $30. On toiletries, $40 I think is a little too much. I didn't even spend $20 last month, so I think I'm gonna lower that down to $30. Give myself some room, but I think $30 for toiletries should be good. 529 is the same, and if you are new here and you're wondering what a 529 is, I will have Kyle Explain that.
It's a college fund essentially for your kid. And so use the stock market to grow your money over time. And so, if they're going to be going to college at 18, 19, well, you got roughly 18 years of growth from all of the investment and stuff like that. And if your kid chooses not to go to college, you can just roll it over into an IRA and now they're saving for retirement instead. So it's a win-win either way. You're not really losing anything if your kid chooses not to go to college.
And we have 2 kids, and we put $30 in each kid's 529, which is why it's $60. And $30 isn't terrible. It's not a whole lot of money, but that's going to grow over time, and it will be a lot of money when they eventually do go to college. So even if you need to just start small, I think that's better than nothing.
And also, if you want to, you can also share out, ours has a QR code, but you can share it out to grandparents or family members, or if they have a birthday party and people are wondering what in the world to get them, you could just say, hey, here's the QR code to donate to their college fund. So they could possibly get money that way as well.
Yeah, we are that kind of parent where there's people ask, like, what do I get your kid? And like us as parents, it's like our kid literally has everything. Like plenty of toys, plenty of clothes. I think honestly a great gift is investing in their future. And so a lot of times we will be like, if you want to take that, that money you were going to buy a toy with and just put it there, that'd be perfect. So again, others can contribute in it as well, which is great. I know we've had several family members do that. And it's as a parent, it's very exciting knowing my kid will at least have a little chunk of money going into college, or if they don't choose college, going into retirement. So that is $60 for the month. Diapers and wipes. Last month I was stocked up. I didn't need to buy anymore, but this upcoming month of April, I definitely need to buy some more. And if you're a mama, diapers ain't cheap. So we're budgeting high for this one. I'm going to say I'll probably need to budget around $50. I don't think I need to get wipes. We'll see. Going down to miscellaneous, I'm just going to do that at $0. There was just some miscellaneous expenses in the month of March that I just kind of had to throw them into a category, and that's what happened. So usually we keep miscellaneous at $0, and then if something unexpected happens, we'll just kind of throw it in there and adjust it as we go. Sometimes that is what budgeting is. Like, you just sometimes have unexpected expenses. So for us, we always have a little bit of money left over every month. We don't budget everything to $0, if that makes sense. So we don't ever have $0 in the left to budget up here line. We always have just a little bit of money for anything unexpected. And actually something did unexpected happen, but we'll get to that as we go down the list. Okay, Hulu Disney bundle, that is $2.99. And there was some confused people with this one in my reels. If you have not seen my What We Spend in a Week reel, short, whatever you call it, I will have those also linked in the cards. You can go check those out. But there was a lot of people, I don't know if they were a little jelly or or just extremely, like, maybe they thought I was lying. We subscribed through their Black Friday deal, which was $2.99 for a year. And actually, they just, I think by the time you guys see this video, the deal will be ending in like a couple days. Mm-hmm. They're currently running a deal. It's $2.99, I think, for 4 months.
Yeah, it's 4 months.
It's in my community tab if you wanted to go check that out. But the deal ends the last day of March. So if you don't have Disney and you want to subscribe for just 4 months for $2.99, that deal's happening right now. Last month, you got a haircut. Well,
not yet.
Not yet. We're filming this the last week of March. He will be getting a haircut this week. It just hasn't happened yet. But when he gets his haircut this week, that means we don't need one in April. So this line item is just going to completely be deleted because you get a haircut probably, every 3 months?
Yeah, something like that.
That's always the goal. But, that doesn't always happen. So delete that line item. Now for this nasty looking line item, a car repair. Actually, it's not that bad. The car repair ended up being $107, which pretty reasonable. I've seen way worse. This was an unexpected expense. What happened to my car?
Well, the muffler was having problems. It was hanging low and some bolts were, I guess, undone or something like
Yeah.
that. So they had to do some repairs and get that thing back to where it was supposed to be. And I think it even had to fill in some holes or something. So it sounds fine now.
Yeah, it sounded like a race car, and like I explained it in a vlog of like literally the day it happened. It sounded like a race car and like a faint cowbell sound. It was horrendous, and it scared me. I didn't want to drive my car, but that was fixed. It was $107. Thankfully, we do not, well, as far as we know, we shouldn't have any car repairs going into April. So I'm going to just completely delete this line item. Praise the Lord. We'll be adding a line item for the month of April, and that is my daughter's birthday party decorations. She will be turning 1 on April 18th. I'm not ready for it, but it's happening regardless. And so I'm going to label this birthday decor, and I'm going to budget around $20. I plan on just basically printing things off at Staples and doing everything DIY from there. And so I plan on making it very budget friendly. Going down to pet care, that's gonna be around $16. In fact, you know what? Should actually be more like $14. I buy dog food at Aldi, but sometimes Aldi is out of dog food, so then I go to Walmart and it's like $2 more. Going down to medicine and vitamins, that will be $0. Everyone is all stocked up on their daily vitamins. Auto insurance is $208 per usual, and then student loan payment is once again $160.98 per usual.
So now we've kind of budgeted all of the usual things that we're going to see in pretty much every month. So now we're going to go up and look at some of the stuff that is going to be more of a temporary item that will eventually not show up in these. One of those being our anniversary trip. We have been adding funds to that to hopefully take a trip, because it is going to be our 5-year in August this year. So we hopefully will be able to take that trip in July. That's kind of the target right now, because when we got married, it was like right up on the school year. So it's too stressful to try to take a vacation during that time. It's better just to do it during the month of July. So that's kind of our target date, and we have that much time to continue to save for that. We also have another trip that we are going to be taking in June with Alora's family, so we'll probably have to start adding some money into that. That trip is going to be cheaper overall than the anniversary trip, so we won't have to sink as much money into that fund in preparation for it.
We're explaining sinking funds, and if you don't know what that is, I have a 7 ways you can save money video that explains it. That will go into more detail, so go check that out if you want to know what it is. But basically a quick version of it, it's saving money that you're going to spend later. Now that we're kind of more on track in terms of our saving goal, we're going to actually bump this number a little bit down to probably what, 200, 100?
Might be okay with doing 100.
100. Which actually works out because, as he was saying, we have a family trip in June. So we're going to add a line for the family trip coming up in June. And it's a big family trip where a lot of people can contribute. It actually makes the cost a lot cheaper for everyone going. And so we don't need to put as much money into a sinking fund, or we don't have to save as much money for this sinking fund. We just booked our Airbnb like this past weekend, so this is very much a new line item. We have not been saving for it because nothing was set in stone, but now that we have actually booked our lodging and we know where we're going, we have a better idea of how much we need to save.
So maybe we just do 200.
Okay,
because
200.
then the month of June, whatever amount that needs to be covered will just be a line item in June. So you save April, you save May, you have $400, and then whatever gap you have, you just cover.
And with that, we are done budgeting. And up here, we have some money left over that's just going to stay there, and it's there for emergencies. That is our April budget.
If you guys are wondering more, you have questions about some of these numbers, like I'm sure for some of you, the water bill probably popped out. Go back and watch the March budget, because we went into a whole lot more detail about everything. In fact, that video was really long compared to this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, we decided to keep it short and sweet this time since we had already explained everything last time. So yeah, just go back and watch that one again if you're curious about some of these numbers.
I also have other money videos out there if that is what you are interested in and would like to check those out. I'll have a whole playlist linked down below. And with that, we're going to end today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you would like to see May's budget, let us know by giving this video a thumbs up. And we'll see you guys in another video. Bye, friends.